All right, guys, welcome back to Bulls versus Bears. Today we're going to do a little different spin. We're going to talk about market terms. And today's term we're talking about is the bull and the bear market, as you've seen on the title screen. So what exactly is the bull market and what exactly is a bear market? How did they even get those names? So the reason a stock going upward in trend is called a bull market is because the way a bull attacks, it hits his head and swipes upward. It does a headward charge attack, and then the bull attacks with his horns, and it goes up like that. So that's why it's called a bull market when a stock or the market is transitioning upward. The reason it's called a bear market when it's transitioning downward is because when a bear attacks, it swipes down. So that's the crazy kooky way, but that's really all it is to why it's called a bull and a bear market. The thing that makes it hard for people to understand when something is a bull or a bear market is the different terminologies people use for a bull and bear market. Most people say a stock that's trending upward is a bull market, and if it's going downward is a bear market. Like as we see NASDAQ, we're going to use as our graph reference today. NASDAQ went from 6,771 to 16,764. We will all consider that a bull market, which even by definition by the experts, this will be considered a bull market. So the experts define a bull market somewhere from 20% increase from the stock's bottom. So the stock's bottom, we have the NASDAQ on a 3-year outlook. So we have it from 6,700 to 16,000. That's more than 20% increase. That's almost 300%. This is a 3 year. So this is from NASDAQ back in April 2020. This is like right when COVID hit in March 2020. So from April to now, this will be considered the bull market. Now, the bear market is what we'll see, and I'll go deeper into it, is when the NASDAQ high of 16,764 and the NASDAQ has fallen down to we're at 11,756. So this is the bear market. This is about 34% decrease from the NASDAQ highs. And what the experts consider a bear market is the opposite of a bull market. Basically 20% from a stock's high and it decreases 20%, and that'll be considered the start of a bear market. Now, the problem with using a bull market and bear market is that you don't know when you're 20% at the bottom until you get there. So nobody will understand that, oh, we're in a bear market and we keep going downwards, but then we trend upwards, so we're out the bear market, but then they keep saying we're in a bear market. And that's why everybody's going back and forth with bulls, bears, and all this nonsense. The also thing that makes bulls and bears market confusing is that you can have a bull market by the experts' terms in a bear market, and vice versa. You can have a bear market and a bull market. So we're going to continue using the NASDAQ here, and we're going to go to, as you see, the NASDAQ jumps from right here. We're going to go with that's 11,000. Let's just say 11,000. And it jumps up all the way to this point here, which is about 13,700. So within this bear market that we consider the NASDAQ to be on, 16,000 to 11,756, the NASDAQ has had a 24% increase from this 11,000 to 13,000. That's a 24% increase within this bear market transition. So by the experts' claim, this is a bull market. We were just in a mini bull market from July to beginning of September, end of August. This was a mini bull market in this everlasting bear market that we're in right now till this day. So this is what makes bull and bear market terminology difficult to understand. And people's like, oh, they're saying we're in a bull market. They're saying it's a bear market. They're saying stocks are going down, stocks are going up. And it's basically just jibber jabber. So this is just so you understand that a bear market is when stocks are trending downward for the most part. And a bull market is when stocks are trending upward. Honestly, bull market and bear markets are things that are looked back upon, because you don't know you're in a bear market until 4-5 months, depending on the type of stock it is. You wouldn't know that you're in a bear market until the bear market it's still going down, like the Nasdaq is having a epic run, just like the Dow and everybody else. Or if you in a mini bull market where this was the time to buy stocks real quick, in this mini jump that we had from with the Nasdaq from here to here. So just so you understand, don't get all worked up. Bull or bear market. I mean, we know right now the Nasdaq is transitioning downward, and that we're still in a bear market. And basically, just for trade purposes, people want to look for those bull indicators. And we'll talk about these indicators on another day. If you want to know about these indicators and what they are or what these lines are, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely go into those if you want to know. But basically, the indicators that indicate us upward for a little mini bull market in this bear market. So to get out of a bear market or to get out of a bull market is really to do with the economy for the most part. I mean, we know we're in this bear market right now because the Fed is raising rates. So until the Fed stops raising rates, yeah, we can have these mini jumps and these mini bull increases that we're having, but we're going to still transition into a bear market until something extremely changes. For example, how COVID basically put the Nasdaq down, and we'll go to let's go to a 5-year outlook just to see what I mean. And as we see, the Nasdaq was trending upward. And then COVID hit and put it in a bear market. So until something drastic happens, like COVID brought it back down here, and then basically the end of COVID or the resurgence of the market is what got it going back to a bull market. Until something happens to change that transition, we'll continue being in a bear market. Now, if a stock goes up in one day and goes down the next day, is that considered a bull and a bear market? Technically, if you say a bear market is just going down and the bull is going up, then yeah. But technically, by the expert's definition, 20%, it went up 20%. So why is that not considered a bull market? Well, there also has to be a time variation. Everybody has their different time variations of what is considered us in a bull market and what's considered us in a bear market. I mean, I use about 3 to 4 months. If a stock is transitioning downward for those 3-4 months and down 20%, I would say, all right, this stock is in a bear market, and vice versa with going upward. So the stock I have us looking at today is AGRI, AgriForce. This is a stock that shot up from $1.31 to $3.33, and this was in 2-3 days. So this was not a bear market for agri. This was not a bear. This was just a quick transition that has shot up due to massive volume and reasonings that people bought it for. But it just shot up, and then I would consider this transition, as I said, this is in May, around May 23rd, end of May. And this transition of how it's going downward, this is agri in a bear market. As it's going downward, it's down. It went as low as 0.93 cents. And it's obviously harder to tell with penny stocks. This is a penny stock, about bulls and bear markets because they have such a big influx. But like I said, I use about 3 to 4 months. Those are my indicator for a bull and bear market. Okay, so now that we talked about a bull market and a bears market and how they got their name, let's talk about how this channel got its name. And the reason we named it bull versus bear is because the market is basically constantly battling with each other, a bull market or a bear market, and it keeps everything new. There will always be something to talk about every single day, whether it's a stock, whether it's a term, whether it's something that's going on in the world that affects stocks. So bulls versus bear markets just seemed like a proper name for this show, and just so everybody knows where the name comes from and to know that, you know, it is about stocks. I want to talk about in this channel about stocks that you never hear about. Obviously, we'll talk about the big stocks like Apple, Starbucks, Disney if necessary, if it's possible to make a profit. But I want to talk about the unknown stocks that you can make profits from almost 300 to 400%. Stocks that are unknown, but 5 years from now can be the next Apple and Disney. So that's what this stock channel is mainly about. I will definitely go into more about talking about terms if you like, about hearing about the bulls and the bears today, about what a bull market is and a bear market is. And hopefully this channel could be a channel where you could find information about stocks you never heard of, learn away the reason stocks act the way they do, or that specific stock I talk about, whether if we're doing the in-dive depth. And I'm also going to dabble into strategies and stock terms. I'll talk about what a 200-day moving average is, a 50-day moving average is. And if you have anything that you want to know that I could possibly talk about, that you see this channel could go to, put it in the comments. Definitely like if you like what's going on here, and definitely subscribe. I want to thank everybody for viewing, and see you next time.